Hi everybody and welcome to Oracle of the Crows. My name is Melody. So first I want to thank everyone for watching this video and for subscribing to my channel, as well as those who have been following me for the last 4 years as well on my channel. So this is a past life card reading for those of you who don't feel comfortable enough to do the hypnocrow. For the element of fire, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. A sun, moon, rising, north node, and south node for the element of fire. Again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So you have the option to pick from 3 different doors. Or for those who are just simply guided here to watch it, you don't even have to have fire in your charts. So allow your intuition to guide you towards the door 1, 2, or 3 into your past life, and then we're going to find out the purpose of this life, like why you had to go through this life. I have a life purpose card with each one of the doors. And then we're going to check into your life, into the present moment, and see where you're at by tapping into, I have Akashic Records Tarot, which we're going to use here. So we're going to tap into your present life and see a little bit about what your present incarnation and where you're at on your journey in this life. And then we're going to tap into the biggest lesson that you're learning in this incarnation, in the present life journey. And then we're going to get a little bit of advice from your soul, as well as check in on future energies. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me timestamp star number 1 for the element of fire. So go ahead, allow your intuition to guide you towards the star you are meant to go, the door you were meant to go through. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So door number 1. This is your past life that's coming through. Wisdom. So you have a unicorn on there. So you're gaining some sort of wisdom in this life. When you walk into this past life, through this doorway into this past life, there's something in that life that you gained a lot of wisdom. It gave you a sense of freedom. It gave you a sense of power. Even made you see things perhaps from a different point of view, because this is a unicorn, and unicorns are mythological creatures. They don't exist in the 3D realm. However, I do believe at some point in time that they have. So you have, and it's a white unicorn. So there's a sense of purity, a sense of power. So there was wisdom. You're walking into a life where in this life you gained a lot of wisdom. Crystals, your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. So what you did was you learned a lot about crystals, how to use crystals for healing purposes. Even perhaps for manifestation, for a bit of magic. And your source of power came from the unicorns, just like I like fairies. So what a beautiful message to start off with. So past life, we have wisdom. This card indicates fire signs, star number 1, that you have tremendous wisdom and knowledge from prior lifetimes that seek to resurface now. Even if you've never thought of yourself as particularly wise, this card indicates that you learned important lessons and information that will serve you and others if it's reawakened now. And it has a lot to do with crystals, and how to perhaps use crystals for healing, ways to heal chakras, ways to heal used for healing purposes, such maybe as Reiki, but you're gaining the wisdom and the knowledge within yourself that is reawakening from this lifetime. This card can indicate that it's time for you to return to school or seek additional education of some sort. This may even be a sign that you're changing your career path. Your re-emerging knowledge is guiding you towards work that is more meaningful. This card asks you to believe in yourself and know that you have what it takes to tackle a career related to the true interests and passions, which is the unicorn, the freedom, the passion, the purity. Beautiful. So you have this lifetime, you had a lot of wisdom and knowledge, and you used it. You allowed it to resurface, and you used it, and it has a lot to do with tapping into that crystal energy and using it for healing purposes. So that's the wisdom that you gained, and it's like in this present moment you may really be drawn, fire sign, to particular crystals. They're really catching your attention, like you're really feeling the vibration. That's because of all the knowledge that you've had from this past lifetime. That's what I see. Alright, so let's go ahead and see the purpose of this wisdom. This card is a signal that you delve more deeply in your understanding of crystals and gemstones, as they're calling you to work with them as part of your life purpose. These objects amplify and direct the divine healing energy to people, animals, and the environment. Each one has a life force to which you've often connected. Now it's time to research this connection through classes, books, intuitively communicating with crystals. You can do that. You can feel the vibration of them, and intuitively communicate with your crystals. They are living beings. There's a reason why crystals are used in watches, computers, and medical devices, namely their power to magnify energy and light in directed ways. Similarly, you can use them for healing purposes to amplify your natural abilities. Your work may combine crystals with massage, energy healing, arts and crafts, and endeavors. Regardless of what you do, be sure to include these powerful objects. So that's exactly what you did. Because you learned a lot about them. You learned how to direct the energy. You learned which ones were good for healing what ailments. So when you go into a gemstone, it's like you can't help but try to buy one. So they want you to walk through with an open mind and heart and notice which crystals attract you. Then read up on the healing properties of the ones that call you. You'll find that they provide exactly the energy most needed at that time. Trust that this law of attraction process will also work through you to help your client. So that's a now present moment message to you, because it's something to bring it to your attention, because you probably question, why am I so drawn to this crystal? What's the reasoning for it? All right, fire sign. So star number 1 is going to be quite interesting. So we have the Akashic Tarot, and we're going to pull, I'm going to cut it into 3 piles, and each pile is going to be for a specific area of your life. The first pile is going to be another card concerning your past life, and then we're going to pull 2 present, current life energies, and then we're going to pull a future energy and see it happen and see what it looks like. Okay. So there is major arcanas, and there's also 4 suits, but not like regular tarot. We will go over the ones that come out if you get any. But the major arcanas are key to your journey, to the chart. Alright, so this is your past life card here. The Ascent, 7 of Keys. So, in the past, you've earned a lot of keys, right? You learned how to unlock crystals. Because why? Because you climbed, you may have even learned the different types of crystals and actually dug for them, is something that I'm feeling here in this life. And you learned a lot about the different types of crystals. So we have the 7 of Keys. So the keys unlock the crystals. Keys are about unlocking things. You don't get a key if you're not meant to have it, so to speak. So, keys. Values, wealth, success, worth, abundant, career, authority, confidence, achievement, and the power that you can experience and express in your life. The keys are emblematic of locking away, keeping safe what you treasure, but they also reflect opening at every level. Opening to ownership, to opportunity, to new directions, to greater power and possibilities. And that's exactly what these keys are doing. There's 7 of them. 7 is, it's about that fast ascension process. It's about the challenges and overcoming them. It's about climbing that obstacle and reaching the top of it and allowing the sun to shine down upon you. To lay a key upon one's shoulder instead in the hand reflects the responsibility that a person can shoulder in life. After all, keys are given only to those with the authority to use them. And you got 7 of them. And these certain keys that you've accumulated open up these crystals. You may have dealt specifically with Lemurian crystals, because those are key crystals, or whatever crystals in your time frame in this, because you had a lot of wisdom about it. You had a lot of knowledge about it. You were very, very knowledgeable. Alright, so keys. A man stands atop a mountain with a rope draped over his shoulder. Metal stakes down in pythons remain in the steep cliff face that he has climbed, evidence of the difficult path of his ascent. The rope and whatever those are may have been the physical keys necessary for this achievement, but so were his hard work and resolve. This card shows that with great effort and determination you can apply yourself to your goals for assured success. Though there may be some risk involved, you can reach the top. There could be a promotion or advance to a much higher position coming. Understanding, however, that it isn't just luck or external influences, but your own hard work and application that brings this achievement you seek. So keep your efforts strong. Instead of being passed by, you will climb to the heights. Yes, exactly. Why? Because you got the knowledge and the wisdom of this crystal power, how to use crystals, what they're about, the different types of crystals. Maybe you could have even made jewelry. So they say, they're telling you that you reach this goal in this lifetime through the wisdom. And if you look the unicorn looking right down at, here you are standing atop this mountain, right? Looking right down at you with his unicorn. That unicorn signifies the magic of the crystals. It signifies the power of the crystals, the power to open up the mind, open up the third eye, the crown chakra even, right? To unlock the 7 chakras. The keys to unlocking them is the crystals. Alright, so that's the past life energy. So let's go ahead and see what's happening in your current incarnation, your current situation. Where are you at on your journey in this lifetime, in your current incarnation? Okay, so spring and autumn. So with the Four of Forces. Forces is conscious. It's the energy within us. It's the energy around us. So we are currently fire signs in the element of spring, at least where we live. And then we have the lookout. The lookout, which is in reverse, and this one is a major arcana. Alright, so it's in reverse, so we have to pay attention to that, and the fact of where he is looking, because he's looking at something. While his ship is on fire, he's still focusing and looking at something, and what's he looking at is something with the season of autumn, because it's looking right over at autumn, and here we are in springtime, so keep that in mind as well. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and put that there. Alright, so forces. Forces, like I said, is our energy level within us and around us. It's our consciousness. All about the energy, the consciousness, the natural law. The natural law states that consciousness creates reality and energy attracts like energy. These vital powers are forces in the physical and etheric worlds and in your life as well. When you find these cards in your spread, they are not only referencing to the outer events in your life, but they are also giving you guidance about the energy within and around you. So in the present moment, you have this energy swirling around you. So let's see what this forces is all about here. Okay. So, spring card upright shows a budding tree and flowers beginning to bloom. It is one of the seasonal cycle cards, and it indicates that you are entering a time of planting and active preparation. Just as the spring is a very full time for the farmer who is tilling the ground and planting the crops. So let yourself put in a little more effort now as you lay the groundwork for the time ahead. This could be a very creative period for you. Take action in creative projects or work-related endeavors that require more time and attention. The work you do now could yield great rewards later. Make sure you engage in this extra activity with joy and optimism. You are always planting your energy into the Akashic records of your life. So as you work towards your goals, remember that plant hope and happiness along with all the action you take. Okay, so you're in the season of spring, so you're in a very fertile time period. Fire signs, pick a star number 1, which makes perfect sense because, like I said, we are in we're in the season of spring. So the lookout. So this is a major arcana, so this is very important. Now he is looking towards the season of autumn because he is in reverse. So the lookout may seem to have fallen and lost his position, but he is now free from the heat of the battle. You may find yourself in the throes of a sudden and difficult loss, perhaps a job, a relationship, or a major creative opportunity. As painful and challenging as it might seem, it is truly a gift in disguise. This loss actually takes you out of a conflict and sets you free to reach for an even higher opportunity. You don't have to be on the defensive any longer. You're on your way to a larger than life. Alright, so whether you receive this card upright or reversed, there is a card nearby to help you understand the difficulties in hand and the steps you can take to leave or resolve them. Notice the card to which the man is looking with his binoculars. What do the details of the card tell you about your role as the lookout in this position? So it's in reverse. See, it's in reverse. So he's looking back at the season of autumn. So, the season of autumn reveals that a cycle of harvest and perhaps great abundance is coming to you. So that is what you got, a close-up view of that, right? Because the seeds that you have worked hard on of leaving all this go, right, moving beyond it, is you're going to reap the great harvest of that. And it's going to shift into a cycle where you're going to have like harvest, abundance. So you are being called upon to gather up the results of the action you've taken in the past, in the springtime, which is now, or perhaps 4 springs ago, or 4 months ago. So 4 months ago in April, 4 seasons, or 4 springs ago, 4 seasons ago. But I feel like by the season of autumn, whatever you implanted in that time frame, you are finally going to reap the abundance of. You're coming out of a period of darkness. All right. So that's a beautiful energy to have. So let's go ahead and keep moving forward. All right. So we still have the future card. So let's go on into what's a major lesson that you are learning in this life. What is a major lesson that you are learning in this life that you are living now? What is a major soul lesson? Pick a card, pick a door, past life for the element of fire. Pick a star of 1. What is a major lesson your soul is learning in this life? Fire signs. Okay, so abundance. I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in the physical reality. So you may not feel secure enough to maybe work on what you desire. So you're learning a lesson about abundance, and you are a limitless being. So you may be in this life checking up on crystals to help perhaps clear the root chakra, or checking up on crystals to help amplify the power to become this limitless being, to manifest your abundance. So it's coming. They're telling you here it's coming. You're coming out of a dark period here. Everything that you've planted is coming. Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So don't judge yourself. Don't compare yourself to other people. Maybe other people's path, their abundance came, and now they could be feeling happy. That could be just something exterior, right? But they have their own unique path and challenges that they need to overcome. No 2 paths are exactly alike. So don't compare yourself to other people. Don't allow yourself to judge yourself or judge other people. And happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. So heart chakra energy. So we got root, third eye, and heart chakra energy coming through here. So those are the lessons that you need to learn in this life while you're here on earth in this lifetime. So they want you to know that, this past life gave you the wisdom on how to ascend in this life, to pull you out of this dark period, to find your true happiness, to feel abundant and secure regardless of where you're at and what you're doing. All right. So future energy, yeah, the two of scrolls. So it's about the mind, right? Scrolls is the mind energy, communication, mental, and it's two. So we also had two, the 4 and the 17, which is an 8, which is reduces down to a 12, which reduces down to a 3. So now you have a 2, right? So you have, this is about finding that power, right? Finding that power through this past life wisdom of how to look for crystals to help you out with these particular chakras that I mentioned. So that you can come out of this dark period and start focusing on what you want to manifest into your reality. You have the knowledge and wisdom from this past life through this ascension process. They handed you the keys to unlock these particular chakras. And one of them has a lot to do with your, how you think, your mind, your communication. So that's the future energy. 2 of scrolls. Scrolls reflects the world of the mind, communication, and study. It was the scribe who wrote and had access to all the records. The suit of the scrolls holds within it the arts, written history, sciences, philosophies, maps, messages, and all manner of information and communication. The scrolls also represent the manifesting of idea into matter, for all of the reality is born first in the mind. So when you stop allowing your mind to cause your reality to crash and burn, right? And you start seeing something from a different perspective is what I feel. Tap into that past life wisdom. Stop judging yourself, because that's where the crash and burn is coming from. Start to feel this sense of being happy and understand that this is your path, right? You're on the right path. Your path and somebody else's path. You know, sometimes people come into our lives for lessons. Some people come in for blessings. Some people stay, some people go. And when you think about that, it helps you to understand that everybody's path is different. And this person's path is not your path. So scrolls. The 2 of scrolls. So it's a great release. Money and personal world are present, but they no longer have to drive you. You have an opportunity now to act on your highest ideals and convictions. You may have been torn between 2 worlds, or even between light and dark. But now you've discovered a greater sense of your truth, and that's exactly what it is. Being stuck between 2 worlds, between the light and the dark here. The light, springtime, and the dark is autumn. That's whenever the days get shorter. Springtime is when the days start getting longer, right? The light and dark. So it makes perfect sense to have that. But now you've discovered a greater sense of truth. The rock solid mountain of your spiritual reality is now the history. Rock solid, look, you're standing on a rock, is the history from which you draw your power. It's a key that's unlocking your power. And again, you may be drawn to crystals. You may find that certain crystals do unlock things, are key to certain experiences in your life. Once you were worried that striving for your spiritual goals will put your personal and financial life at some risk. But now, fire sign, you have determined how to take steps, even little ones, to integrate the two. Your divine soul is the driving force of your life, and you can design your future and manifest all you desire through it. So that is the future, right? The future. You are realizing you're drawn from the power and the wisdom and the knowledge from this past life, and you are taking the opportunity to act on an idea or a goal. And you're wanting to take that risk, right? You're wanting to climb that mountain and take that adventure, because you know when you reach the top, the sun is going to be shining down upon you. Beautiful. So let's go ahead and pull, what is your life's purpose in this life? What is your life's purpose in this present incarnation, in this present life? What is the reason why you are here? What is the reason for this life that you are in now? Talk to your angels. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. So, again, you are going to trust, right? Being in between two worlds. I feel like your purpose is to talk to your angels and learn how to let go of the worry, right? The worry of, right, being in that dark period, the worry of how things are going to come about, right? And I feel like you are clairaudient. You have the ability to listen, to hear your angels as well in this lifetime. It's a gift, I feel, that could be opening up. Or maybe they've been trying to get your attention to open it up. So they're telling you, you have the ability to just step in between these two worlds and talk to your spirit team and ask for guidance on what your direction is, where you're meant to go, what you're meant to do. That's why they're giving you the binoculars. Look, we're going to show you, right? And that makes perfect sense when it says about being torn between the light and the dark. Here you are, right? Looking right over at this thin line, right? The division between the light and the dark. It's like they're showing you a way out in this lifetime, a way out so that you can, and tell you, look, you're on the right path, but you need to be happy with yourself. Be happy with the path that you're on instead of worrying. Don't judge yourself. No two paths are exactly alike. I also feel too, like I said, they guide you and pull you towards crystal stores to help give you a state of balance, right? To help you feel secure in what you hear and what you feel. All right. So some advice. So this is what your soul wants you to know for pick a star number 1 for the element of fire. This is what your soul wants you to know. Pick a star number 1 for the element of fire. Communication. I communicate from my heart, and love surrounds and protects me. So your soul is telling you, is trying to tell you, the advice that they're giving you is to communicate from the heart. Allow love to surround you. Allow love to protect you, right? Again, talk to the angels. Communication. Clairaudient. Your soul is trying to tell you you're clairaudient. You have the ability to communicate with your spirit team, to ask for assistance, to ask for guidance, to ask for healing. Open your hearts Instead of worrying about it and judging yourself for having this gift, love yourself. Be happy that you have this ability to ask your angels, and they'll reach out to you to let you know you're on the right path. They definitely want you to feel secure with it too. All right, so beautiful. So what your soul wants you to know is to communicate from your heart, and love surrounds and protects you at all times. So communication. Communicate from your heart and speak your truth without hesitation. Be willing to stand before the crowd and share from your center. This isn't the time to be shy and hesitate, but to heal through communication. You're a natural teacher. So direction is a better part of the valor. And sometimes it may be fear rather than discretion that keeps you from reaching out. So communication restores trust and allows you to clarify your ideas, position, and feelings. It can be healing when you share what has been withheld. So now is the time to take a risk and have the courage to speak with forthright clarity. Share the unspoken darkness that lays heavy on your heart, right? The fire. It's burning. It's a burning within your heart to communicate these emotions. And I feel like you're worried. I feel that it could possibly maybe upset the boat, but I'm telling you, I feel like it's all part of the divine plan. It's all part of your ascension in this life. So even if you're afraid, declare your love for all to hear without fear of being rejected or misunderstood. When you do this, transformation and healing can occur. So I do feel crystals will also help the amplification of talking with your angels. So I feel like you really need to learn a little bit more about crystals and how to work with them to receive communication and to talk to your angels back and forth. Remember, two worlds, being the 3D, but the spirit realm, and able to speak with your spirit team. Don't judge yourself for having this gift. You have it for a reason. So allow love to surround you and protect you. Because this gift is going to make you very abundant. It's going to make you feel good about yourself. It's going to make you money. You're going to be using it for that as well. But you're going to tap into this past life of knowing about this crystals and what's good to for each thing. Like yours will be to talk to the spirit team. It's all part of the plan. It's all part of the journey. So climb this mountain, and when you reach the top, the sun will shine down upon you. Okay? So there you go for Pick a Star number 1 for the element of fire. Thank you for watching. Oh, hi everybody. Well, welcome to Pick a Star or Pick a Door number 2 for this past life reading for the element of fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, and or South Node. And or for those who are just intuitively guided here to watch this video, to go through this door for your past life. This is also for those of you who are just not quite sure about doing the hypnocrow hypnotherapy and you would rather see it in card form. This is for you as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Door number 2, and then behind the door we see we're going to find out the purpose of this life. What was the purpose for this past life? So we have angels. angels. So you had a connection with angels. Perhaps you were an earth angel. You had a very special purpose with your angels. Light and love. Your purpose is to bring divine healing, light, and love to this world. So you were an earth angel in this lifetime, fire sign. Alrighty, so let's go ahead. Alright, angels. This is a sign from your guardian angels who have been with you throughout your soul's history. In between each lifetime, your angels work with you to review the lessons you've just learned. They also help you prepare and plan for your next lifetime. You may have functioned as an angel during your time in heaven. You help guide and heal your loved ones, just like your angels do for you. As a result, you hold a deep love for guardian angels. Your guardian angels know all of the details of every lifetime, and they can help you gently recall significant memories that will allow you to heal in your present life. Call upon your angels as you're falling asleep to reveal relevant memories while you're sleeping. When you wake up, you may not recall all of the details of your dream. However, once you're prepared to consciously remember your past, the material you will be given to you. You will only remember what you're emotionally able to handle. In addition, archangels Michael, the angel of courage, strength, and protection, Raphael, the angel of physical and emotional healing, and Raziel, the angel of God's secrets and mysteries, will help anyone who calls upon them. Like all archangels, they're unlimited and non-denominational. They can be with everyone simultaneously, offering their unconditional loving powers. So if you would want to stop the video and write them down, you can if you're not up on your angel guidance. So in this past life, you could have come down as a human to be a guardian angel for somebody else, and there could have been a lesson or something that you really needed to do, which is like love, which is to bring divine healing of light and love into the world at that time. It's like you were an earth angel. So you functioned as an earth angel in the past lifetime, is what I feel. You are a conduit of God's pure light and love, and you bring this healing energy through with your prayers, visualizations, and positive intentions. This is your life purpose. Although it may seem non-specific, rest assured that your prayers have helped in significant and specific ways. You are anchoring divine light and love to the earth, which is ensuing with that the planet is safe, stable, and protected. Keep up this good work, as it is necessary and valuable. You can also channel this purpose in other ways as well. For example, your natural spiritual gifts make you a wonderfully successful healer. And that is exactly what you did. You were a wonderful natural healer. You were very gifted. And you were a conduit of energy work and counseling using angelic guidance. They were around you. You were a channel, an angel channel in this lifetime. You were very powerful, very, very powerful healer. You learned how to tap into the angel's energy. So in the present moment, they're telling you you can tap into this as well. You have the power to. So in this life, you were like an earth angel. You had very powerful healing energy, healing lights. And it was, the reason for it was because this was the purpose for this earthly incarnation. So it's like you come down as a human for this specific reason, was to anchor the light into the earth. And then you went back to being a guardian angel. So, wow, beautiful. So let's go ahead and pull. This is the Akashic Tarot. And we are going to pull a card to represent your past life. And then we're going to pull a couple cards to represent the incarnation that you're living in now, currently, presently, in the moment. And then we'll pull a future card. Okay. Okay, so 3 pals. So this first pal is representing a little bit more of your past life energy. The Queen of Scrolls. All right, so scrolls, the mind, communication. So again, you were, in this life, you were seen as an earth angel, right? And when you come down, incarnated on earth to be the healing. I feel like, this is about communication. Scrolls is about the mind. It's about communication. So you were able to be that channel. So I feel like you were a voice channeler in this life, and you had this unbelievable angelic life force that was very healing, very positive. Definitely earth angel material. Because you were down here anchoring the light in with the scrolls. You could have been some sort of a spellcaster where you use the power of your words, or even like myself, some sort of a hypnotherapist. So let's see here. Queen of Scrolls. Past life. Star number 2. So the world of mind, communication, and study. It was a scribe who wrote and had access to all the records. The suit of scrolls holds within it the arts, written histories, sciences, philosophies, maps, messages, and all manner of information and communication. So this is what I feel. I feel like in this past life, you were able to connect to the Akashic records. You were able to connect with the angels. You had this communication with them, where the communication to come through, you were a direct channel of love and light through the angels. You come down here incarnated as a human because your purpose, I feel, was to, when you pass back through the light, was to be a guardian angel. So there you go. It's a Queen of Scrolls. Beautiful woman holds a scroll as she stands in front of a sunlit archway. Around her swirls the energy of wisdom, knowledge, and Akashic truth. When this card appears upright, she brings important information and inspiration to you. The Queen of Scrolls is a woman of higher mind wisdom, whom you may already know or have yet to meet. Her purpose is to help you move through the entryway to a new level of wisdom and understanding. She could be a teacher to you in some way, or offer a friendship that could develop into a deeper love. So again, you had the knowledge and the wisdom to access the Akashic records. You have quantum healing with the angels. You have quantum healing abilities. This woman could be helpful to you in some project requiring communication. She may be an author, a marketeer, or a publisher. If you're a writer, she may be someone who assists you in getting published. The Queen of Scrolls could also represent you or a woman in your life getting into a position in a field related to communication or academics, such as counseling, teaching, marketing, or publishing. The card indicates a phase of deepening understanding and readiness to learn, a perfect time for personal growth and expansive learning, whether it's mind, body, or spirit centered. Open the mysteries that are hidden in the Akashic Scrolls and step through the door of knowledge. And that is exactly what you did. You opened up the door into the Akashic records, and you through that, you assisted a lot of people through their healing processes. You also helped to anchor, like I said, the light into Gaia in this time frame. You had angelic assistance. You were divinely guided. You were an earth angel. It's beautiful. Wow. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep going. So that's past life energy. What's happening in the present current life incarnation? Three of Forces, the bird's nest. So you could be having a little of that empty nest syndrome happening here, and Ark of the Covenant. Okay, so the Ark of the Covenant in the upright position tells me that you're still special. You're still connected to the angels right off the bat. I feel for some of you, you could even be divinely protected. So you have this bit of empty nest syndrome happening here in the present situation. So Three of Forces. Forces is the energy, the consciousness, and the natural law. Natural law states that consciousness creates reality and energy attracts like energy. These vital powers are forces in the physical and etherical worlds and in your life as well. When you find these cards in your spread, they are not only referencing the outer events in your life, but they may also giving you guidance about the energy within and around you. All right, so that's the Forces, the bird's nest in reverse here. Forces. The bird's nest reverse indicates some sort of separation, reduction, or reorganization. There may be distance between you and your family members. A business endeavor may need to be downsized or brought to an end, or friends may be far away. But take heart. An empty nest is not always a sign of a happy flight. An empty nest is always a sign of a happy flight. This card reversal is telling you to let go of the old, rein in your plans, and take a new direction. There may be even a physical move at hand, either for your home, your business, or both. Be conscious of your options and be courageous in your choices. Though some part of this experience may feel like a loss at first, this time of reduction or relocation can actually lead to greater personal freedom and professional transformation. So remember, an empty nest is always a sign of a happy flight because there's nothing tying you there. So there's a move at hand. There's a new direction at hand. And the Ark of the Covenant has something to do with that. So the Ark of the Covenant is the stars are shining on a serene desert night. Fires burn before a number of white tents. Inside of one of the tents, just beyond the open front flaps, rests the Ark of the Covenant. Two men sit by a crackling fire nearby. In the most mundane level, this card can represent a beneficial legal contract or a title transfer. It can also show successful working with professionals such as brokers and lawyers. More often it indicates that you are living true to your own karmic contract, facing your lessons for growth, working towards greater discoveries, and bringing your unique contribution to the world. Your karma does not rule you, you rule it. When the work becomes too great, taking a rest don't break with your covenant. It supports it. You understand the phases of time and energy, and you work within those phases. Some of your karmic directives at this time may involve other people. If so, make sure there's no urgency, need, or personal agenda in play. Don't let yourself get pulled into an emotional drama. Know that things that require your attention now reflect a commitment that has a far-reaching influence that may impact your present as well as future lives. So continue to work towards your higher purpose. To uphold the sacred covenant, you have to touch the world with your light. You have to touch the world with your light. So they're telling you an empty nest is a sign of a happy flight. So things are being downsized. Things are being brought to an end. People are at a distance for a reason. And that's so that you can let go of this empty nest syndrome, take the reins of your new direction, and move forward. So it's going to feel like a loss, right? And that's why they're telling you don't allow the loss to keep you from moving forward. Okay? Don't allow the karma to rule you. You rule it. So what you're doing is you're completing a karmic contract in this life. And that's because of the ascension, right? Of all of this. The angels, right? Ark of the Covenant. Beautiful. So let's go ahead and see what is a lesson that you are learning in this lifetime. Pick a star, number 2. What is a lesson that you are learning in this lifetime, in your current life? What is a lesson that you are learning? Pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. So you are learning about pride. Your biggest lesson in this incarnation is pride. I feel like you need to ground your energy more. The Ark of the Covenant always reminds me of the crystal skulls for some reason. That's what I think about when I think about the Ark of the Covenant. So maybe you may want to get some crystals to help you, help ground you, help put you back into the center. So your biggest lesson is pride, your pride and ego. Right, so future, what's your future look like? The Scribe, but it's in reverse as well. So you got 11 and 12. They're both major arcana, so this is a very, very important for you. This is a very important part of your chart whenever major arcanas come up like this. So 12. So if you remember, you're the Queen of the Scrolls in the past life, right? The Scribe, there's all kinds of scrolls on that card. You may be ignoring opportunities for higher learning or uplifting discoveries, studies that can take you far above where you find yourself today. Or you may have been asked to lead a group or share your gifts in some way and you haven't responded. In a personal matter, you could be closing your mind to new and broader thought, which limits you from dealing with that issue successfully. Stop holding yourself back, right, with the empty nest syndrome, because there's nothing holding you here. You have the time to soar on your journey. There is more for you, much more. If you assume the mantle of higher intellect every moment, open your mind and keep opening it. Know that this is much more than just positive thinking. It's power thinking. During this time, writing projects you wish to pursue may seem thwarted. Let yourself step back and take some time. Other opportunities for such submissions will be coming. If you're involved in a legal situation, be sure to find the right person to help you, as you may be meeting lawyers or professionals who present themselves falsely. Investigate thoroughly and use your intuition so you don't get misled. If you're diligent, you can find the right counsel. And that is what I feel the Ark of the Covenant could be a little bit about as well. So don't, again, you have the Queen of Scrolls, you have the scribes over there, you're the Queen of Scrolls. Tap into this Queen's energy, tap into the angelic divine light that is around you, and take the writing project or whatever project that you were trying to pursue. Don't allow it to get thwarted. Take a step back and take some time, because it's going to take time, is what they're telling you. It's going to take time. So don't put pride in the way. Don't allow pride to get in the way. So what you're doing is you're closing your mind to opening yourself up and sharing your gifts, right? Your gifts with the angels, your gift of healing light, your gift of communication with the angels, your gift of going into the Akashic records. And that's exactly what I feel. You have that ability to go into the Akashic records. Alright, so that's what I see for that. So let's go ahead and see, what is your purpose? What is your life's purpose in this incarnation that you're in the present moment? What is the purpose for this incarnation that you are in the present moment? What is the purpose of it? What is the purpose of this present lifetime? What is the purpose of this present lifetime for star number 2? Purpose of this present lifetime. Yep. You are safe and supported while you change your career. You are divinely protected. Yes, the Ark of the Covenant, you are divinely protected while you change. Make the changes in your career while you take that step back and decide, what do you truly want to do, right? The Ark of the Covenant, you have your archangels around you protecting you. So this gentleman on here reminds me of Archangel Michael, because why? Because he has a sword. So your life's purpose is protected while you make the changes. This is a significant event in your life. It has a lot to do with you perhaps being a guardian angel in a life or in a past life. Alright, so the advice, your soul's advice, what your soul wants you to know, fire signs. What does your soul want you to know? What does your soul want you to know? Gratitude. This is a glorious time to be alive, and I am so grateful. And purification. My energy field is being cleansed of all that I do not need. So you are divinely protected, and you are going through a purification process. They're clearing out that mental clutter in your head of that's why you're taking the break, right? Is because they're making changes, right? There's a change in your career coming. So whatever path that you were trying to go down, you may felt like they isolated you, or something didn't come through to you because you didn't feel they didn't. It's not that they didn't feel you were worthy. It was because you had something better coming. So when you clear out that energy of that empty nest syndrome, and you see that you really have no strings attached to anything, then that's when you really see a different direction. So for some of you, you may be going into publishing. That is a big possibility, and I do not know why that had to fall over, but we'll pick her up anyways and just put it right here. All right. So your soul's advice, gratitude. The universe is grateful for you. Appreciation for everything flows through in a great bounty. Cherish the preciousness of life and everyone and everything around you. Gratitude is a secret to a joy-filled life. True thankfulness can work like modern-day alchemy, yielding happiness and peace beyond imagination. Find what's good and wonderful in every moment, no matter what is going on around you. There's always something to be grateful for. Appreciate everything, the growth, the lessons, the blessings. Okay, so purification. Cleanse your body and your environment by doing space clearing and shifting your clutter. Release whatever doesn't serve or support you in your life. Let go of the old, discard and unused, eat lightly, and consume fresh water and food with strong life force. Sometimes your auric field becomes so cluttered and dingy that you can't see the world around you clearly. You have trouble hearing the messages from the soul. When you take the time to purify yourself and your environment, not only do you feel lighter and brighter, but you're also a clearer channel for the light. The brilliance that pours through you can heal and help many people, but first the path has to be clear. Okay, so they're telling you to purify that mental clutter, the mental chatter that's clouding you from being this clear channel, because you are definitely a clear channel. So don't let pride get in your way, right? Don't allow pride to get in the way. All right, so there you go for pick a store number 2 for the element of fire. Thank you for watching. Hi everybody, and welcome to pick star number 3 for the element of fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, and South Node. Or if you're just intuitively guided here because you just did not want to do the hypnocrow hypnotherapy session. Either or, welcome anyways. So here is your life. The door to this past life. I'm trying to get it without knocking it over. The door to this past life, and then the purpose for this past life. So imprisonment or slavery. So you felt trapped. You felt imprisoned. You could have been a slave, or you literally could have been in jail for something. The purpose for this is spiritual teacher. You heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars. So it's, I feel like for some of you, you could have been a spiritual, like some sort of spiritual practitioner. You could have been going to places and teaching about your ways, but for most of you, I feel, for the bulk of you, I feel like you were imprisoned because of your spiritual gifts, your spiritual talents, because of the religion that you chose, because you chose to do this. I feel like you were imprisoned, you were persecuted. That's what I feel very strongly for this pick a star number 3. And again, for some of you, I feel for the very slight few of you, you could have went to jail and taught things, like a priest or a minister, did your spiritual teaching or spiritual sessions. But for the bulk of you, I do feel you were imprisoned because of your gifts. So let's go ahead and prison and slavery. So this card signifies that you spent time imprisoned or in slavery. Your rights were taken from you, as well as your dignity and your freedom. You are free now, but you still may harbor fears related to this lifetime. For example, you may feel claustrophobic in confined spaces or on airplanes. Or you may have developed a form of Stockholm Syndrome where you feel empathetic toward those who abuse you. On the other hand, your experiences can also make you feel exquisitely compassionate towards those who suffer. You may devote yourself to defending underdogs and bringing more love and justice to the world. To heal any residual fears from that previous lifetime, remember the details of the past life to loosen the shackles and free yourself from the symptoms. Channel your altruistic feelings and tendencies into helping society. Acts of kindness and compassion heal the individual as well as the world. So that's why you were a spiritual teacher, because you had to learn something. You had to learn how to bring more love and justice into your life. Why? Because your rights were taken from you. Your dignity was taken from you. Your freedom was taken from you because of your spiritual abilities, because of your religion, whether you were religious or spiritual, or I feel a lot about your beliefs coming through here. So, spiritual teacher. So the purpose of this was spiritual teacher. You're a healer who reaches your audience with words. You teach in a way that brings healing blessings to your clients, readers, and listeners. You even do so with your family and friends. In fact, people seek you out for guidance, including strangers who tell you their intimate secrets and pressing problems. Your trustworthy nature and shining inner light signal to others that you're a natural-born spiritual teacher. This card indicates that you wish to be a spiritual teacher for the joy of it, without ego concerns about fame or fortune. You are a natural channeler who brings divine guidance to others who ask you questions about their lives. You're also acutely observant about human nature, especially as it relates to the spiritual path. As a result, you bring a unique voice to the field of spiritual teaching. As long as you remain focused on service and being a natural self, you find a wide and receptive audience for your work. Take a moment now and ask your guardian angels, what is the next step for me to take upon my pathway as a spiritual teacher? Notice the thoughts, feelings, and signs that come to you as answers, and continue asking the angels for additional clarification. So the purpose of going through and somebody taking your freedom away was to teach you how to shine your inner light, and to be there for other people who need guidance. So you're very healing with your words. So for those of you in this lifetime, you could have been going to prisons or even talking to slaves, using your words, maybe teaching them how to read, but using your words and making them like using your words as healing ability, like as a healing ability. You're very healing, very soft with your words, is what I feel here. And I feel like you attracted perhaps a lot of clients to you. And for those of you who, on the flip side, was imprisoned or had your freedom taken away because of your healing abilities, this is something in this past life that needs brought to your attention, that needs healed. So pay attention, because you're very, in this life, it's like you're very observant, I feel, in this life. Alright, so that's what I feel for the past life here. So let's go ahead and that's the purpose of it. The purpose of feeling in prison was so that you could have the freedom to learn, lessons and to communicate them lessons to each other people, everything that you have learned. Alright, so let's go ahead. Make a star number 3 for the element of fire. So we're going to come in 2 piles. The first pile I'm going to pick from is a little bit more information about this past life that's coming through, about something maybe you need to know. And we're going to go into the present moment, the present situation, the present incarnation that you're in right now. And then we're going to go into a little bit about your future. What's in your chart? This is the Akashic Tarot. So, let's see. Okay, so this is past life. Add some. Okay, so spiritual teacher. So we got add some. This is about, see, if you look, this person's sitting there. She has a book open, so she's definitely learning something. But look, she has an angel around her. She has other spirits around her. So I feel like, and look, it's a master number 22 as well. So you're mastering something. So that is why the purpose of this imprisonment or your freedom being taken away, is the feeling of persecuted, for your gifts and your talents, because I feel like you're very spiritual. You're able to communicate with the angels. The spirit realm is what I see here. This was very important to your purpose. Very, very important, because it's a major arcana. It's like very, very important to your life purpose in this life. A candle casts light on an open book held by a young woman sitting at a desk. Her eyes are drawn to the side of the table as if she were distracted from her reading by a curious thought or someone nearby. She is surrounded by several people, many of whom are somewhat translucent and glowing. An angel bends and whispers, "Adsum, I arrive. I am here. I attend to you." Adsum is a single word that has many, many meanings. First, it affirms your own strength and focus in the present. You can use it as a command word whenever you find yourself distracted from what's at hand. Say, "Adsum, I am here," and feel yourself attend to the situation or person before you. This word also declares your arrival at your goals and all your wishes coming true. Say, "Adsum, I arrive," and take a moment to see yourself reaching your goals. Absolutely. Whenever you get this card, know that you're on your way to the results you seek with the help of others and the glorious help of spirit. This card also reminds you to be assured that no matter what's happening in your life, Spirit is always there for you. They reach out to you, sharing their light and power and serving you in every way. From the least to the highest, from grandma to the divine, an eternal community attends to you. Say add some and take some time to attend to them too. You can act on your promise to God as Spirit lifts you upon their shoulders. You are present for each other, and together you arrive at your dreams. So this is what I feel. I feel like you were persecuted for being able to channel, perhaps like medium or be a divine channeler. I feel like you were persecuted for this very gift and very talent. So you had some sort of a lesson that you needed to learn so that you could teach other people about their gifts and their talents as well, teaching them not to fear them, right? Not to fear them, to learn from them. Lots of books here, lots of learning, teaching, learning. You have a lot to teach people in this life about this past life. And the reason why you had to go through what you had to go through in that life. All right. So present moment for fire number 3. Actually, I'm just going to put this up here. Okay. For the past life. So present situation, the muse. Right. I feel like in a present situation, your inspiration, you feel blocked. You may feel a bit alone as well. Maybe you feel like the divine deserted you. And the light of the world. So you got all major arcana. So you're very, very important. You have very, very important journeys. And in this past life, you had to master something that was very, very important. So we have 6 and a 10. 15 here. 15 is a 6 and a 10. So 6 and 1 is 7. So yeah, it's about challenges. Challenges that you need to overcome. Fears that you need to overcome. So the muse in reverse. If you've been trying to give birth to a creative project, labor pains are probably not over. Regardless of the type of endeavor, from a business to a poem, you may be feeling caught in the proverbial writer's block. With your ingenuity at a low ebb, even if inspiration does trigger your creative action, there may be outside obstacles that hold your project at bay. Try not to be too dismayed though. This is only a passing phase and you'll be able to handle it well if you don't resist the energy at hand. For now, let yourself move into a more receptive state and gather your resources. The time for you to use them will soon be at hand. So if you look on the light of the world, somebody's knocking at your door, but you're distracting yourself. You're allowing yourself to be distracted by other things and not answer that call, the light of the world. So your soul is knocking. Your inner muse is knocking at this door. But instead of answering it, you are resisting it. You are blocking it. And what it's doing is it's lowering your vibration. This outside obstacle is holding things at bay within the present situation. That's why you got the 7 energy. There's a challenge here. So that's the inner muse. It's blocking your inner muse. So an old sage holds a glowing lantern and knocks on a door with no latch. A young man inside is too distracted to answer the knock. Your divine being is trying to get your attention. All it takes is a moment of your awareness to open the door. Though your life may be busy, the opportunity now presents itself for you to move into a higher awareness. It's a great time to open your higher self and all its wisdom and powers. It is your soul, your eternal being, who approaches, but it's up to you and only you to open the door. You do that by taking real and regular action in knowing and feeling the wise and radiant being you are forever. Through meditation and study, you can own that enormous love, power, and vision. Add some. See, she's distracted by, she knows there's somebody standing behind her. Through her peripheral vision, she can see this angel as it bends down to whisper something to her. That's the knowing and the feeling. Through meditation, what you do in home books, study, you can own this power and this vision. You can make it every day sacred by going within, and once you do, you will know a radiant and greater power in every step and with every word. You'll be able to bring this magnificent force into your world, changing your life forever. Right? So in this past life, we were meant to learn something, and in that purpose of learning, you became this teacher through your experiences. So you're being asked in this lifetime to tap into that inner muse, because that inner muse is knocking on your door, but it's up to you to answer that door. Beautiful. So we're just going to set this to the side. So what is your soul's lesson? What is the most important lesson that your soul is learning in this lifetime? Take a star, number 3 for the element of fire. What is the biggest lesson your soul is learning in this lifetime? Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So the biggest lesson is, again, seeing the reason that people come into your life and the reason why people go. The reason people cross our paths are either for a lesson or a blessing. They're here to teach us. They're here to show us something. They're here to bring us a blessing. They're here to bring us a lesson. Some stay, some go. So that's your biggest lesson in this life, is to understand the reason for the people in your life. So future energies, yeah, things are up in the air. Another major arcana. So you're a very important person in this life. I feel like you have a lot of very key events that is very important to your purpose. So up in the air, up in the air. A man and a woman gaze with the anticipation at a hot air balloon in a bright blue sky. The balloon flies high above the hills, and the contents of the balloon's basket are hidden from view. During this time of your life, there are aspects of an important situation that seem hidden to you. You may feel a strong, almost urgent desire to know how it's going to turn out. You can connect with your spirit guides and the Akashic records and ask for a little insight, but there are elements that are unknown and, at this time, unknowable. There is too much about the situation that is still up in the air. This could be due to the influence of others who are undecided, or some events may not have yet come to pass, or unexpected discoveries are yet to be made. Trust is the only way for you now. If you push too hard to know or to influence the outcome, you might push that outcome away. Let go of all urgency and give the situation to your higher infinite self, who will take care of it all. Time is required to know more about this matter, and time doesn't matter to your eternal self, whose power and love are always with you. For now and indeed forever, what else do you need? Nothing but trust, the deepest knowing that all you seek will be revealed to you in the right time. So things are still unknown. So you could be looking for a little insight, but yet how things are going to happen are still unknown. All right. So what is your life's purpose in this lifetime that you're incarnated in the present moment? What is the purpose of this incarnation in the present moment? What's the purpose? Family. Loving your friends and family is central to your life's purpose. So your life purpose involves your friends and family, right? So friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Some friends are part of your purpose. And writing. You heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words you write. So you were meant to be a writer. Maybe you're meant to write kids' books. Maybe you're meant to write about past lives, right? Or how to write spiritual books, right? But things are up in the air on how it's all going to come together. So let's go ahead and push that over there and put that there. And then the final card for this Panda Star Fire Element number 3 is advice. What your soul wants you to know. What does your soul want you to know? What does your soul want you to know? Grace. I graciously accept the infinite love of the universe. So they're telling you grace. They want you to feel grateful. They want you to feel the grace of the infinite love of the universe. Be gracious and understanding with yourself. Angels, guides, and spiritual guardians are watching over you and cherishing you. Kindly honor the reality of others. Yes, they are watching over you right here. They're watching over you, helping to inspire you to write your books, because that's the way you're going to shine your light out into the world. So don't allow yourself to be distracted and not answer this calling that is upon you, because you're surrounded, definitely 100% surrounded by angels. It's telling you that. There's a spiritual nobility that accompanies true grace. Even if you absolutely know that your opinion is right, sometimes it's wise not to push the point. Let it drop. It's not that important, right? Let it drop with friendships, regardless if it's not important, right? And in healing, phenomenal healing energy flows through every cell in my body. So you're a natural healer with your words. Healing is occurring. You're a natural healer. You're on the mend, and or a situation is being resolved. Have faith that it's happening. Everything in nature has the intrinsic ability to restore itself. You're part of this world, so you also have the innate ability. Often, healing needs to occur on the inner planes before it can manifest on the outside. So to assist the process, focus on what's great and let go of what isn't working or what's wrong. Hold a vision of a solution that you desire. Be patient and trust that it'll occur in its own time and in its own way. Spend some time outside in the trees. Soak up some sun. Dance in the rain. It's all of that'll be very healing for you. And then joy. See the heart whispering. looks to me like it's saying, joy and ecstasy flow through me wildly and freely. Celebrate and have fun. Embrace life, yourself, and others, right? Spend time with family, friends. Soar to the clouds and let your doubts dissolve. All is well. So that you're being asked, your purpose in life is to experience joy. And all that is required of you as a soul, whatever your circumstances, there's something that can bring you delight, and what you put your attention on will grow. So you focus on the areas of your life that bring you joy. These areas will prosper. One of the fastest paths to happiness is through sharing and giving. So give your heart and share your love. Happiness spreads to others like wildfire. It can help heal the world. The instant sing with abandon. Joy is your spiritual birthright. Okay, so there you go. Pick a star number 3. That is your past life reading. Thank you for watching and have a blessed day.